Hey cats, it's your midsole man Eddbud here. It's beginning to smell a lot like Christmas, and that means it's the time of year for the viewers' most used shoes of 2025. I recently ran a poll on the channel for viewers to vote for their top 3 most used models of 2025. That doesn't mean to say that the shoe had to be released in 2025, it's simply the ones that the viewers have been training and racing in. I think we had about 520 different votes once I'd gone through and adjusted and got rid of some rogue data. Got to do a bit of data cleansing, right? I do have a top 10 for you, but I have at number 11 an honourable mention, and that is the Puma Velocity Nitro 4. Just missed out on the top 10 this one. 11 mentions in it. Just missed out by a decimal place. I felt a bit sorry for it. A great shoe, no doubt, and one of the best daily running shoes out there in 2025. A nice, soft, reasonable stack of that Puma Nitro foam. Great stuff, and I think we'll see this one appear again in 2026. No doubt people picking these up on some great discounts on the Black Friday sales. A lovely low weight and low price shoe. Okay, let's start the top 10, and at position 10 we have the ASICS Nova Blast 5. A softer version of the classic ASICS Blast series. This has been a great daily shoe. It's been around for like 5 years now. This time though with a slightly more compressive foam here in Flight Foam Blast Max. I think they're slowly rolling that out to other shoes in the ASICS running lineup. No doubt though, still a popular option amongst runners and viewers of the channel, regardless of that change of cushioning. So a good all-rounder. I'm not surprised to see it here creep into the top 10, even though perhaps this one hasn't been perhaps the most popular of Nova Blast models over the recent years. At position 10, the Nova Blast 5. At number 9, it's the hard to find but very fast R3 from Puma. So at 9, it's that super fast R3, the rare hard to catch Pokemon of running shoes, you might call it. Fast R3 is a model that people just buy on site if it's available, if you can find it. It's been released in very small quantities, which I guess has been a bit of a bone of contention and frustration really amongst runners. I know people with cash in hand that would pick this shoe up on site if it was available. Love this carbon plated ATPU racer. It's very light. The actual weight of the shoe is just crazy on foot. You can barely feel it. The upper's almost transparent in thickness, and the shoe certainly lives up to its name. If your aim is to run at half or marathon pace, this one's a very aggressive racer. Perhaps not for everybody with that quite unique design, with that extreme bevel in the heel and the almost decoupled arch area. And it is quite narrow as well, but it's hard to beat for the fun and excitement factor. An aggressive racer, and position 9 on the viewers chart for 2026. At 8, it's a favourite of mine, the Volvo estate of racers, the Alpha Fly 3 from Nike. I've got 3 pairs of these and I love them like my children. I ran a marathon in them this year. They were comfortable, they were fun. They do cost a bit though, or at least in the Black Friday sales they have brought the price down on these, and I imagine there'll be lots of pairs of Alpha Fly 3s underneath the Christmas tree come the 25th of December. A top shoe, and the viewers seem to be enjoying these just as much as I have to place them in at position number 8. Wholeheartedly agree on that one, the Alpha Fly 3. At 7, it's another Nike shoe. People keep saying they're in decline, but the Zoom Fly 6, an absolute banger. Just ask Big Al, he'll tell you how great the Zoom Fly 6 is. I think he's had a couple of pairs of those. Love my pair, nice comfortable ride, an ace for those long runs, perhaps with some pace thrown in. And durability is really on point in this Nike model. Lots of discounts on these right now. I mean, you can get some great price on these, under £100, carbon plated racer. You can do training in it. The Zoom X foam isn't too exposed. You've got some other foams around it to protect it. Decent rubber on the outsole, nice and nimble. Even works on ice. Lots of colourways, good for training and racing. At number 7, it's the Zoom Fly 6 from Nike. At 6, the superb Puma Deviate Nitro Elite 3. Now, this is a shoe that's perhaps a little bit more readily available now in 2025. I think viewers have been picking these up on some discounted prices recently and really enjoying that Nitro Elite foam underfoot. Another narrower Puma here, though you've still got that absolutely fantastic grip here on the outsole. The durability is really on point with this Puma model. If we're talking super shoes, this is certainly one to check out. Puma really hit it with this release. They got it spot on, nice low weight, Real nice snap from that carbon plate. They really seem to do a good upper Puma. They really make best use of that nitro foam. This one's always been very competitively priced as well against some of the other super shoes. I remember it's always been just under that £200 mark, which I think is very, very good, especially if you can get a good discount on it too. So at number 6, just missing out on the top 5, the Puma Deviate Nitro Elite 3. If you are enjoying today's video and you haven't done so yet, please hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up like too. Drop us a comment on your opinions on the video so far. Okay, we're to the top 5 now, shoe pickers. At number 5, it's the ASICS Mega Blast. Now, I'm not surprised to see this at number 5. I think it perhaps could have been a little bit higher, but down to availability issues and people simply not being able to pick up the shoe and try it out. Fun, versatile shoe with a nice bouncy midsole, top outsole durability too, and low weight, though it does come at a cost, it has to be said. Few that have managed to buy this one have found very many faults with it at all, and I wholeheartedly agree with their comments. Love my pair, and I hope that more of you get a chance to try out the ASICS Mega Blast as we move into 2026. So at position 5 in the viewers' most used shoes of 2025 is the ASICS Mega Blast. At position number 4, it's a Nike shoe that I've grown to love more and more since I picked it up on release, and that is the Vomero Plus. I think this is the proper follow-up to the Nike Invincible Run series, a full ZoomX midsole and lots of rubber coverage on the outsole, so this is like a shoe you can use on a more daily basis. A plush upper though that does add a little bit of weight, and I would say there's a nicer price on this one around the £150 mark, though there's lots of discounts right now if you hunt around. A good shoe for daily, perhaps easy to recovery type paces. I wouldn't suggest that it's one for faster pace sessions, but a good long run shoe if you're doing them at a slower speed. The viewers seem to like it, and I've certainly warmed up to the shoe since my initial, perhaps slightly meh kind of impressions. It's one that seems to be very, very popular with the viewers, and who am I to argue? At number 4 is the Vomero Plus from Nike. Into the top 3 now. Perhaps you could just take a moment, try and figure out what could the top 3 be. I was a little surprised at the results, I have to say. At 3, it's the ADIDAS Pro 4 from ADIDAS. This grabbed about 6% of all of the votes in total. Top-notch racer, which retails around about $220, but there's been so many discounts on these recently. I think people have been picking up some cheap pairs and using them for training and racing. You can race any of the common distances in this one. It's so light and so soft. Aside from a few broken energy rods here and there, most viewers appear to have really loved their pairs of the ADIDAS Pro 4. One of the best looking models as well out there. I think if you really love the ADIDAS or 3-stripe aesthetic, this one is an absolute banger. Top grip as well from the light traction outsole. This one just keeps on delivering, just like the Jello of the Month Club. The midsole so soft you could almost sleep on it. So the ADIDAS Pro 4 is rightly at position number 3. At 2 is the ASICS Super Blast 2. So this just pipped the ADIDAS Pro 4 for the second position. One of the best shoes of 2024, and it's remained as one of the viewers' favourites across 2025. An improved upper fit over the previous version of the shoe, excellent outsole grip, and general all-round usability. I think it was really hard to get pairs of these when they first released, but at least in 2025 ASICS have managed to roll out more pairs and more people have picked these up and realised just how great they are. There's more now in stores and online retailers, and it's one of those shoes that you kind of have to pummel a little bit to get the best out of it, but I know that some folks out there have used these up to like 400 or 500 miles and they're still just as great as they were out the box. So a brilliant shoe and a real viewer favourite, this one, in terms of the votes, the ASICS Super Blast 2. Right, we got one shoe left. One shoe. What could it be? I wonder. Never before has there been a shoe that has got so many votes in one of these polls. It is ridiculous. So this got like 15.2% of all the votes in the whole poll, over double the number of votes of the shoe in position 2. And if you get all of the votes in the top 10, this got 28%, so over a quarter of the votes. The Evo SL from ADIDAS. There's been a lot said about this shoe. There's like a million colourways out there. It's readily available and with discounts as low as 80 80 quid, it's hard not to actually pick up a pair and try them out and see if you like them. ADIDAS have kind of disrupted the running shoe world by sticking their more sort of responsive Lightstrike Pro formula on top of a decent upper and with great traction, and putting the shoe out at the same price as the Pegasus model from Nike. Well, they've kind of cleared up, haven't they? It's a no-brainer to try out, even if it doesn't perhaps work for you. Some people found it a little bit too soft. Though I do have to comment here, I wasn't absolutely blown away by this model when I first received it. I don't think my initial review provided too much clout to get all these sales, perhaps. A lot of people just bought them because they were interested to try it out. My viewers are smart people though. They know not to judge a book by the cover, and sometimes a running shoe, you got to get some miles into it to truly get the best out of that nice, light and nimble cushioned midsole. Dodgy laces and tongue slide aside, it's the viewer's most used shoe of 2025 by a huge margin. It's going to appear at the top of the Eddbud Christmas tree, at least until Mrs. Eddbud takes it off and throws it at me. Okay. There's now a lot of shoes everywhere and here I'm going to have to tidy up a little bit. What do you make of the results here, people? Did your favourite shoe appear in the top 10? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. Quick musical interlude for you. Christmas is right round the corner now, so you've got to get George Thorogood and the Destroyers on with their track Rock and Roll Christmas. This is the true Christmas spirit, placed into a 12-bar blues with some absolutely fantastic saxophone playing across the whole thing. There's a really great 80s video of this somewhere, so go and search it out on YouTube or something. George Thorogood having a whale of a time. Santa's there, there's records, music, there's just a lot of fun and hilarity going on. The whole thing's a banger right from start to finish. Just listen to it over and over again. Put it on, get the sherry out, get your loved ones dancing, you'll have a wonderful time. Whether you're old or young, everyone's going to enjoy George Thorogood and the Destroyers with Rock and Roll Christmas. Thanks for tuning in today, people. It is always appreciated. Hit that subscribe button. My name's Eddbud and I'll be seeing you